Long advantage there.
Inside three, guys.
Much better play, though, from Randwick there.
That's Dennis Brown, who was the New Zealand under-19 coach, and he's doing a very good job with this team so far. His experience with the All Blacks, where he was the assistant at one stage, and his discipline and the vigour that he's put into the training sessions have made a lot of difference to Norths in their preparation for this season. Smith missed with an early shot, but this is simpler, and it's there. So Randwick are on the board, but they've got a lot to do. That shows how much pressure Randwick have been under with the North's possession. All those missed tackles.
It's the massive amount of possession, Jim.
Ball! Gone 10!
That's a fabulous restart from Norths. More pressure for Randwick.
Using Yalava.
That's a great tackle from Wheelie.
And Randwick have to keep on tackling here. Baldwin picks up the crumbs at the back. Well, Thompson wrapped him up, but it's still a North's ball. It's not now.
On your own, isolated and on our own. That's the test at ruck. 3 green, 1 black, green scrum.
This lawyer will make a judge one day.
Our lawyer referee. Can you tell?
He's very decisive. He was voted the New South Wales Referee of the Year.
Yes,
last year.
I was there that night. They presented him with the Referee of the Year. He's an impressive referee. He's only 31. I think he looks older than that. Maybe it's the receding hairline, Jim.
It happens to all of us. But he did play a bit of rugby at Manly some years ago. It's only his third first-grade game. And look at the errors now.
Well, again, that's possession. I mean, when North's just absolutely dominant.
McMullen and Burke on the run around, a chip ahead inside the territory. Boyd can do nothing with that. It'll be a North's line out. And can Randwick somehow, with Copper in the line, get the ball at their throw-in?
Well, that's not bad play from Randwick. Burke doing a good job. However, if you're just chipping the ball out, that's dangerous with Norths because they're going to win every line out. So you're effectively giving it back to them.
Just the jumper, boys.
That's good, that's good.
It's all a matter of timing. But it was a Randwick ball. It was not now.
North's happy with that. Applauding.
Yes, North's had the throw, as you said, but they lost the ball. Lawson Donald from Randwick, number 6, caught the ball, and North reacted very quickly and very smartly and wrapped him up, and they have the scrum feed. Good play.
The scrum moves, and Matthew Cooper's boot whacks it safely away. So back towards halfway. Randwick at the line out. Surely they can win it on their own put-in, with Nathan McEwen to slot it. They trail by 10 points. Looks like Fletcher Dyson's ready to come back on after being in the blood bin.
I think he's been stitched, Jim. He's been away a while.
Keith Gleeson grabs it for Norths.
Whoops.
He ran straight into Matthew Morgan, the former Sunnybank player from Brisbane. That's Harvey.
Let it come.
Cleaned up by Paul Checker.
We're off our feet.
Quick tap. Mottram slips.
Let it come.
Wiley arrests.
10.
They're offside.
10.
Not back 10.
It's all going against them, isn't it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it close enough for a shot at goal? It's just inside the Randwick half.
I think you might find they'll keep the pressure on.
Be up for me, guys.
Kick
Be
for
up on our
touch.
feet, please.
8-3, the penalty count.
Yes, Fletcher Dyson has returned to the field. He did get some stitches to his right eye.
It's a weekly occurrence for a front rower, Ross. No problem.
No, I think they enjoy a few scars to remark to the friends that night.
Yeah, they love it. The battle scars.
Big gap. I got it.
Is it true some of them carry those little tomato sauce packets around just to make sure that it looks all right, even if it doesn't happen, Ross?
Yes, a fingernail can accentuate it late at night when they need a bit of a sympathy.
There's not much sympathy out there for the Randwick boys at the moment from North. They're hammering away here. There's Harvey with another charge.
Terrific ball skill too.
That's the way to do it off the back. The referee's blown his whistle for a knock on.
Forward off the guy picking up.
Yeah, that was terrific skill there at the back of the line out from North. Troy Jarks, and then another North player fed it on to Harvey at speed. Terrific stuff.
Wait for me, please. Want the full crowd.
There's some good early season combination here amongst the North players. Randwick getting pushed backwards, and Smith hurriedly finding the line.
Yeah, Randwick having some difficulty getting enough ball to mount any sort of pressure.
Either side of the line,
Another
guys.
chance for Norths at the line out.
Come on, Randwick, off me, please. Come on, guys. 48!
Yes, Brett, they're a bit outgunned across the paddock at the moment, and Norths have the better combination.
Octopus!
Harvey at 2, Franks at 4. Stoddart with the slot. Franks.
Stay! Stay! Up! Back!
Halfback Mottram telling his forwards he doesn't want it. Keep going. He wants it now.
Cooper away with Turner and Cooper again.
Release!
Can they retain possession? It's there. North's up by 10.
Blindside.
Now Farley. Good tackle from Thompson.
Stay on! Stay on! Stay on! Stay on!
I think they'll set this one up again. There's not too many options for them.
Oh, Boyd drops it to McMullen. Mind you, they're up pretty close to Randwick.
Well, there wasn't too many options for them. The Randwick defence was well set, and he snuck a quick look at them.
Man down, guys. Man down.
Yeah, there it is. McMullen cleaning up, and in the end, happy to be taken over the sideline.
So another injury here. There have been a few blood bins in this first half. Nathan Franks, the big lock, second rower. There's more evidence of North's dominance of possession, but they're only up by 10 points. What's the breeze worth, Brett?
I think the breeze is strengthening out here. It's unbelievable. I think it's coming straight across the field, though.
What do you reckon, Ross?
I think that'd want to be a hurricane to help Randwick at the moment. It's certainly not that strong to give them a benefit of, you could say, a try. This Nathan Franks, who's just getting up from this injury, has been very impressive in this first 30 minutes. Really has, rose to the level of first grade.
Wait for my call. Randwick walking up. Randwick walking up. Walk right
Just a
up.
youngster, too.
He was in the Colts firsts last year. Now that's a terrible kick from Smith up the side of his left boot. Can North get possession? Here a chance.
Hands off.
It's McMullen with a little bit of space for Williams. Now Wiley hammers ahead.
And the tight forwards in cover defence for North. Terrific play. Oh, North's forwards are on fire.
Boston Messi.
They really are playing well.
Not coming. Not coming. Black are locked in. Black are locked in. Black are locked in.
Yes, Brett, Randwick are trying to run the ball at North. But the North's defence across the paddock is just terrific. This Dennis Brown, the New Zealand coach, really has done some great work.
Sorry, gentlemen.
Well, the number of times this afternoon, and we're not yet at half-time, I've seen Harvey in cover defence. It's been amazing. He's all over the park.
Yeah, the Super 12 does provide a lot of opportunities by taking away the good players that, these other young players do come in, like Nathan Franks. And Nick Harvey, he can't be too far away from the New South Wales side.
Might have to worry about this. Someone
There's been some blood on the floor, but the points on the board have all gone to Norths.
Wait, please. Yeah, now get a
13 to
crouch.
3
Now
anyway.
get a crouch.
2
Now get a
tries.
crouch.
Smith's useful pick-up out there by Williams. Smith again.
It was a tad forward, that pass, I thought.
Well, Randwick do well to keep it alive. That's Nathan McEwen barging ahead, helped by Paul Checker. Ryan took it in well. Sloppy ball for Donald.
Black ball.
It was a wild pass. I don't know whether it was forward, but...
Well, he missed the other one I thought was blatant, and that one was marginal. However,
Black ball.
it all worked out in the wash. Norths would be happy.
Terrific skills there by Brendan Williams to pick that ball up off his toes, though. We've seen about 3 or 4 glimpses of his potential.
Look at this
pickup.
exciting. This wonderful pickup here by Williams on the half volley. Yes, if he sees a bit of daylight, he will be difficult to contain. Well, Ross, Randwick, they're having a go. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Is it just a lack of personnel or combination? What's missing?
Well, I think it is a matter of personnel. They're just not winning the ball at the moment. Their line-out is under pressure. They've only really got one competitive jumper in Tim Copper against North's 3 players. And they're really struggling for ball. And as we can see in that ruck and maul count a moment ago, 31-15. So they haven't had a lot of ball to play with. But you've got to admire the way they're running at these North's players. So if they continue to do that, you never count Randwick out of a game. But 13-3 at the moment, they're not far out of the game.
Yes, well, on the play, really, North should be even further ahead than this, Brett, shouldn't they?
Well, they should if you look at the dominance. Randwick, though, I mean, Randwick, you've never got Randwick, and they'll throw it at North all day.
They'll keep counter-attacking if they get some ball. North off the back through Troy Jacques. Another former Eastman. There's Cooper. We're on halfway with Franks.
Let it come, let it come. Play the ball. Play, no, out of it, Randwick, out of it, Randwick, out of it, out of it.
Cooper again. It's gone forward. Good defence by Randwick. He's playing the advantage. There's Williams.
There's not much of him. He had 3 men outside him, Patrick Burke there, and I think he knows it. And again, that's into touch, which almost guarantees North the ball back.
Come on, Randwick, hop away, please. Right away. Number 69, 84, 102. Nocturnal. Just the ball, please. Just the ball, please.
You'd reckon it's guaranteed. North will get the ball. They have.
Not even straight, not nearly straight. What are we doing, Green?
Not
15,
even.
that's as far as I go on.
Not
that
even nearly
river
straight,
alley,
he
guys.
said.
Yeah, so this is the critical period just before half-time, as we remark quite often, Brett. And Norths are just sort of going off the ball, and Randwick starting to get a bit of possession.
Stay there, stay down, stay down.
So from Burke, we've got McMullen and Ryan, and McMullen again for Williams. Look at this little bloke go. Inside ball for Smith. He's got some pace. The cover gets to him. He was picked up across there by Yalava. And it's into touch, but there was real danger there. Young Brendan Williams. What an exciting run that was.
That's just typical Randwick. The run around with McMullen onto Williams from the other wing. Good little pass inside. The cover was there. They really cleaned up Gareth Smith, and the ball went forward.
It was Yalava from the other wing who made the cover tackle.
My call, please. Okay. Right up, please, right up. Right up, I know.
And a reminder for you, we will have a special Cyril Towers presentation at half-time, because that will be the official opening of the stand named in his honour. Cyril, a legend with Randwick, a Waratah, a wonderful player, and an ABC commentator for many years with Norman May and Dick Healy. And leading into that presentation, we'll be looking at some highlights of the 1959 Grand Final, which featured Norths and Randwick, the first time that Norths had got through to a Grand Final. And it also features some great players, the 3 Thornettes, for the last time. Ken, just before he went to rugby league, Dick scored quite a few points in the game, and John was there on the opposing side for Norths. Now, more injury time here.
He hasn't moved over there. I can't quite catch who it is.
time here, gentlemen, okay? Thanks, Rick. We're in the last minute.
And if we go back over the last 20 years of this competition, you can see how much Randwick have dominated it. 14 of 18 grand finals that they've played in have been won. And there's not much for the others to chew on, especially Warringah. 6 appearances and still haven't won. That's when North's last won.
That's a long while.
West not for a long while, and University like a repeat of those days. And the teams that have never won, well, Eastwood with their 50th birthday this year. Warringah, who were beaten by Manly last night, a try to Semi-Tapuafe in the last few minutes. They lost 13-6. And Penrith and Southern Districts, let's hope that they can have a good season, because it's going to be hard for a couple of teams to survive this year's competition. And Cooper gets rid of it.
Needed to get rid of that quickly, and he did. Safely into touch. Randwick on the attack with it not long before half-time. They want to get on the board.
23, 84, 92, Maroubra. Let's move it on here, Green.
Come on.
That's Copper. Now off the front, that's Thompson for the corner. Trying to catch them unawares. Now through McMullen. What can the backs do? Here's Riley. Riley on the rampage. His base is over.
The bulldozer.
John Riley may have had one meal too many for the likes of the coach, but his weight certainly helped him that time as he crashed in for the try. That gets Randwick back into the game. Norths have been all over them in this first half, and it came about through McMullen. A switch of direction here. It was going to go this way, that way. Then it went to Riley coming in from the wing. Gleeson couldn't make the tackle. As he was wrapped up, he had the power to score.
Well, I think the coach has a problem with the size of John Riley, but I don't think he does at the moment. McMullen held it up well. Riley coming back in, stood up the defence, and the strength, he took about 4 of them over with him. That is crucial coming up to half-time. The kick will make it 10-13, and they are back in the hunt.
Gareth Smith in a handy spot to add the extras. And he has, so there's only 3 points in it coming up to half-time. And on the play of the first half, it's hard to believe that Randwick are so close to Norths on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Norths will be disappointed to go in at half-time at 3 points ahead. They really have dominated. The statistics will show that.
It's a bit deep. Spilt out there by Lawson Donald. Now Norths. Turner straightening. Can Norths get another try before half-time? They're having a go on the blind side. There's a bit of activity here from the hooker Stoddard.
Coming forward. Coming forward first. Scrum through.
That could be the last effort by Norths in this first half.
My call, please. Wait, balls away. Balls away. Want the crouch first. Squeeze! Now! Take it!
Burke on his own. For a moment he was away, but the detachment's got him. Jacques and Keith Gleeson.
Please, guys. Guys on the one, please.
Patrick Burke, brother of Brad and Matthew, both Wallabies.
Enterprise. Yeah, boss. I'm to make it up.
Randwick ball,
Yes, yes.
but a pretty messy ball.
Yeah, the throw wasn't executed as well as they would have liked Norths.
87, 84.
On the one, please. Off me, please. All the way, guys. All the way.
28, 42, 63 Netherlands. Go up. Slide it back. Can he stay there?
Taking space. Taking space.
15,
We spoke about it before. The ball doesn't go in. Thank you. Skipper's 10, in on the 22.
It's a good charge. There's Jacques now. Wiley intercepts.
Heavy defence.
Bowker's at the bottom of it, and Randwick get the penalty on the bell.
6 is over.
I think Randwick will be happy. Oh, no, they won't. They're going to go quickly.
They're having a go with Williams now. That's Thompson. He ran out of space, and we've run out of time in the first half, but it's been a good one. An attractive start to the season. Norths wouldn't be too happy. They played with the breeze. They've had all the ball, but they only lead by 3 points. Norths 13, Randwick 10. In a moment, we'll have that Cyril Towers ceremony. But before that, we're going to nostalgically look back on some great play in the old days. 1959. That was the grand final that first featured Norths up against Randwick, and the commentators were Dick Healy and Cyril Towers.
Here it is to Morton. Morton running up to the halfway mark. Over the halfway now. Into Rowe. He misses him. Over the 25. Perkins misses him. Edwards inside the ball, and Ball will score.
One of those tries for which Randwick has been famous for 25 years. Getting the ball very quickly.
Only 3 minutes left for play. Kicked through by Dick Thornett. Here's Cockle bringing it across field to Perkins. Perkins to Edwards. Edwards out to Mann. Mann up to the 25. Morton has him covered. And it's Mann who's hurt his shoulder. Taken down by Mears. Out to Bruce. Right. Picked up by Heinrich. Out to Reed. Scooped up by Catchpole to Simpson. Out to Foy. Here's a chance for Morton. He'll score in the corner. Yes.
And there you have a try that originates from the side that drops the ball. And this is what makes this boy Catchpole such a magnificent footballer.
Randall has it, number 10. Gives it to Gallagher, number 9. Then out to winger Cockle. Back to Bruce. Taken by Thornett. Dick Thornett. Still running. Up to the 25-yard line. Back inside to Sparrow. And here's it. The ball was picked up and carried over the field, but over the line, midway between the 25-yard line and North's goal line. Here's Catchpole, ball. Simpson, Foy, Ford. Scooped up by Foy, and he can go in the corner. And the game is over with Randwick the winners by 16 points to 0.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure today to coordinate the opening of the Cyril Towers grandstand. We're going to hear from Jeff Sale, and then Councillor Margaret Martin, and then from Cyril's son, Tom Towers. So my first task is to introduce Mr. Jeffrey Leonard Sale, President of Randwick Rugby Club. Mr. Randwick. Jeffrey.
Thank you. What a magnificent occasion to have Cyril recognised. He's been a household name for the many years that he played in the early 20s, right through to now. Cyril Towers is still recognised as the style of the Randwick plays. A magnificent person, a wonderful player, a wonderful fellow, a great representative for rugby, and I think this has done him proud. And both with Wally and Cyril's names, both Wally on the turnstiles and Cyril on the grandstand, two of the great people of Randwick Rugby. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeffrey. I'll now introduce Her Worship, the Mayor of the City of Randwick, Councillor Margaret Martin.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. What a lovely day to be here at Coogee Oval. The Honourable Mr. Andrew Thompson, the member for Wentworth, the Honourable Ernie Page, representing the Premier, Mr. Carr, Mr. Jeffrey Sale, President of the Randwick Rugby Club, Mrs. Rita Towers, members of the Towers family, ladies and gentlemen, and councillors of Randwick City Council. This is certainly a proud day for anyone with the interest and the passion for the noble game of rugby union. At Randwick, the name of Cyril Towers has been held in high esteem for the past 50 years. His record on the field was simply magnificent, playing a total of 233 first-grade games. He also represented New South Wales a staggering 40 times and Australia 18 times. His reputation as a supporter of rugby off the field is even more outstanding, and it is very appropriate that today's dedication is being televised by the ABC TV, given Cyril's long and distinguished career as a sporting announcer and commentator both here and overseas. His active and enthusiastic promotion of the participation of young people in sport has brought credit on this very fine gentleman. On behalf of the Council, I'm delighted to have the great honour of officially naming the wonderful old building the Cyril Towers Grandstand, and I would also like to take the opportunity to thank the club members who in fact initiated this move. I'm certain that to Rita, his widow, and the many members of the Towers family who are present here today, that there could be no greater tribute paid to a man that has spent his life promoting and supporting the Galloping Greens here at Coogee. It is therefore a great pleasure to invite Mrs. Rita Towers to join me on the podium and to officially name this Coogee Oval stand the Cyril Towers Grandstand. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll just invite Tom Towers up to respond on behalf of the family.
Madam Mayor, councillors of the Randwick Municipality, members of the Randwick Football Club, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my mother, my sisters Lynn and Marguerite, and my sister-in-law Glenys Towers, and the family, I'd like to extend our thanks especially to the Randwick Council for their most appropriate tribute to Cyril. I think it would be remiss of me if I did not mention the former Mayor, Chris Bastick, who was also instrumental in this generous offer. Also, I would pass a special vote of thanks to Mr. Bob Outerside, who recognised that Cyril's deeds should be made appropriate, and Bob, on behalf of the family, a special thanks to you. It is so fitting that the grandstand here has been named after Dad. The Towers family have a long history with the Oval, not only playing, my late brother, both in football and cricket, Dad in cricket and rugby here, and myself, but also our sons are also playing here today. So it's a great area for the Towers family, and we are deeply honoured by the gesture of the council. I think it's also very fitting that the grandstand's named after Cyril, because with his great late colleague Wally Marr, this was an area that a lot of the plans and